Hey family, welcome to Family People. I'm Raymond, and this is Marvel United, the ultimate campaign for everything Season 1, and we are playing through the Spider-Verse timeline thread. So let's have a look and see who we are going to be up against today at the table. We did finally overcome Bullseye. 4 games! So today we are up against Electro. So let's just have a quick look at his special rules. So for crisis token, should be placed on a location that already has one. This crisis token would then be placed clockwise on the next location instead, as long as the location has a crisis token on it. Heroes cannot use its end of turn effect. Now I'm aware I don't have any locations that can manage or deal with crisis tokens. I don't know if the heroes that I've selected can. So this could be an interesting challenge. When a hero is knocked out, Electro doesn't activate his BAM. Instead, he places 1 crisis token on that hero's location. Okay. So hopefully there'll be minimum occasions we put them out, but we'll see. In the event of a BAM, deal 1 damage to each hero in the location opposite to Electro's and in both adjacent locations to that. Wow. Okay, so every time he BAMs, 1/2 of the board is going to get electrified. Ouch. In the event of overflow, 1 or more tokens cannot be placed at a location. Add a crisis token to the location. And then villainous plot. The heroes lose if all locations in play have a crisis token. Maybe I should have selected a location that deals with crisis tokens. Okay, so this could be an interesting, very quick challenge. We'll see. We have, of course, the Spider-Verse locations, as I say, none of which deal with crisis tokens. So yeah, we'll see how that works. And joining us then to hopefully defeat Electro, we have Elektra. Because of course, who else would you have? And of course, we have our double wilds in as well, so that's nice. It feels like an age since I played with double wilds now. So we'll draw our starting hand. Okay, and then joining Elektra, we have Shuri. So we'll draw her starting hand as well. Nice. Okay, so we'll see how we cope. So let's start by working out where Electro is going to begin. He's going to begin in location 1, and we'll put out the threats as we go around. So location 1, we have Osborne Labs, and we'll have a look at the threats that we've got. There we go. Okay. So this is where we would gain our attack tokens. So high voltage, when a hero takes damage in this location, they take an extra point of damage. Not nice. Got a Daily Bugle. End of the turn, may reveal a master plan and put it on the bottom of the deck. So this is recharge. So when Electro lands there, he gains 3 health, may go above his starting value. Ouch. And then Midtown High School is his other recharge. And that is where we will gain our heroic feat tokens. Moving on then, the end of the turn, if you have 1 or 2 cards in your hand, you may draw a card. This is our healing spot, so overpowered. When he lands here, play another master plan card after resolving the current one. Powerful stuff. Oscorn Tower then, end of the turn, may gain a move token. The other high voltage, leaving us with location 6, Brooklyn Bridge, overpowered. Play another master plan card. So definitely some of those threats we will want to be focusing on getting rid of before others, but they are all pretty freaking nasty. Okay, so we put out all our thugs and civilians. We've drawn our hand. We know where Electro is starting, so let us set up our heroes, starting off in Queens, and we'll draw the first of the villain cards, and away we go. So what have we got? We've got 3 and a BAM, and then put out 3 thugs. Okay, so that's what we're going to be dealing with. So he's going to move 3 to our location, and he's going to BAM. which will deal 1 damage to each hero in the location opposite and in both adjacent locations to that, so doesn't impact us, so that's good. And then he's going to put out 3 thug tokens. So he's going to start off okay, that's fine, gives us some stuff to attack. Let's put those out. Okay, out, so that is his first turn up. And left to right, in true fashion, we'll start with Elektra. So she is drawn. We have got the Master Assassin, which is a move and a double attack. And all the rest, just one symbol other than a move and attack. Okay, so let's go with the move and double attack. Where's the other? So recharge is probably, I'm trying to think. Yeah, okay. So just having a look. So I'm thinking getting rid of these landing. Oh, I need to do, sorry, overpowered. So he landed here, so we need to play another Master Black card after resolving the current one. We need to do that. Apologies. So he's going to move 1 and bam, and put out some civilian. So he will move 1. Okay, bam. So again, doesn't impact us. And then he's going to put out 3 civilians. Wow, overflow is going to happen real fast with those cards around, for sure. Okay, definitely want to be taking care of those ASAP. Okay, I think I'm going to focus. Okay, do you know what? Oh, do I manage overflow? Do I get rid of that card? Oh, that's hard. Do you know what? I'm going to focus on getting rid of that card. So we're going to place our first heroic feat token out onto the board. So we placed a single heroic feat. So we're over to Shuri. So we've got a move and heroic feat, a wild heroic feat. Sorry, and then a special heroic feat. So we're going to save this one for the time being, but just so you see what it is. Why is that? There we go. Young Genius. So give a wild token from the pool to any hero, and they may draw cards until they have 3 in their hand. So they definitely want to be keeping hold of that card. Okay, so move and heroic feat. This one slightly out of camera view. Apologies. There we go. Okay, so I think we'll do the move and heroic feat, not necessarily going to be moving, but we'll go with that one. So we've got a move and 2 heroic feet. So the 2 heroic feet mean we get rid of overpowered. So that's our first threat cleared. Okay, and that's our healing place unlocked. And then she can move. Does she want to move is the question. High voltage is the other one. Okay, so the other overpowered is over here, and then we've got recharge that deals with that gives him more health. Okay, Okay, we're going to move to Oscorp Tower. And we are back to Elektra. She's going to draw. Lots and lots of attack. Okay. Ninja training. She can do a double attack, or you cannot take damage until the beginning of the next turn. Do I want to do... What have I got? I've got to remove an heroic feat. I'm just trying to think about capacity wise out on the board. So we've got no capacity here at this location now. If I put another token out, these can take 1 token each, as can this one. We've got 2 vacant slots over here. So this is the biggest risk. So that's one I absolutely need to control. Got the double move. Okay, so that's a no-brainer then. So we're going to do Master Assassin, which means we can do a move for 1. Take care of those 2 thugs there. So at least we've got capacity now. Oscorp Tower, and then we can do a move, and then a heroic feat to start off the second of the overpowered to try and stop further escalation of these master plan cards coming out. Okay, so that's it. We are back to the villain's turn. So he has stay where he is and blackout. Place 1 crisis token in Electro's location. Okay, that's not good. Alright. I remember the win condition is the heroes lose if all locations have crisis tokens in play, and I've got no way to manage them. Okay, first one out. This could be rough, folks. There's no 2 ways about it. Okay, Shuri. Okay, so another genius move. Okay, so that's fine. So we've got a move in the timeline, which I can add then a single wild or heroic feat, or I mean, I think it's worth giving that wild token, seeing as we've got another one spare now. Okay, so we put his last villainous plot into the timeline. So we've got a we can give a wild token to Elektra. So we'll do that, and we're going to, they've obviously already got 3 cards in their hand, and then we've got a wild and a move. Okay, so we're going to do a move and a wild to do the second of the 3 heroic feats to clear this threat. And we are back to Elektra. Oh, double wild. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So then what have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thugs out on the board at the moment. Versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 civilians. Although, are we going to have enough heroic feats and wilds to clear the civilians? Is the question. Okay, so I think a double wild is a no-brainer. So we can use the first wild to clear overpowered. So they are now, those which I would definitely consider the biggest threat to us are now cleared. That's good. And we've got a double wild left. I've got no way to deal with I may add a civilian to this location and rescue a civilian from to any location. Rescue a civilian from this location if I stay there. Not so fussed about staying there. Or am I? Am I? I guess I may as well. So I'm going to use the other 2 wilds. We probably want to get to the other side of the board, but for now, we'll use the other 2 wilds to defeat a thug and a civilian, and then we'll activate Brooklyn Bridge to add a civilian to this location and rescue that civilian. Is that what I want to do? Add a civilian to any location, rescue one from this location. Yes, I may as well do that. Okay. So at least we've made some progress on our missions. Okay, so we are back to Shuri. Oh, another young genius card. Okay. I mean, we haven't used the other one. Concerned about those crisis tokens. Okay, so we've got a double wild. I mean, we could do a wild. Okay, we'll play the other. We'll play the young genius, or we could play just a single wild. We'll play single wild. We've got a wild and double wild. I think I probably want to move. Where to move to, however. Wild and double wild. I mean, really what I'm thinking is I want to be over here. I want to get rid of these 2 recharge locations. Therefore, I think the best bet is going to be doing a wild to move. We'll do a wild to get rid of a thug. And do a wild to move again. So at least we're over at the Daily Bugle. We start taking out that location. We are back to Electro. Let's see what it's going to be. 4 at a bam. Put out some thugs. Okay. So let's have a look. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 over to high school. So Electra's going to get hit. Bam. So deal 1 damage to each hero in a location opposite to Electro's. So 1, 2, 3. This is opposite Electro's location. So she gets hit, and then the 2 locations opposite adjacent. So no damage there. So but Elektra will take a point of damage. We'll use the single move. We'll get that to the bottom. Maybe need to use that at the end for chasing Elektra around. And then he's going to put out bugs. So there's no need to put out any more crisis tokens or anything like that. So that's good. And we are going to put out 4 bugs, which hopefully at least gives Electro's first overflow as well. It's not good. Can't put out the 4 thugs. Okay, so in the event of overflow, add a crisis token to that location. So we can't use the after effect here. And 2 for 6 of the locations have crisis tokens now. Okay, and he's going to gain 3 health. He can go above his starting value. So he's now got 6 health that we need to take care of before we can win the game. Ouch. Okay, so we are back to Elektra. Elektra will draw, straight up attack. So this is where she is on the board at the moment. Nothing to attack. Definitely want to be clearing Midtown High School and Queens, and we've got a single wild in the storyline. So she can use a move and attack. And she has got a wild to give an extra move. If need be. Okay, so we're going to use the move and attack. Oh, in fact, I'll draw a card first of all. Let's see what she gets. Oh no, I've already drawn a card. I think. Oh, apologies. It's my alarm. Okay, have I already drawn a card? It's a question. Yes, because I took a point of damage. Okay. Got a single attack. Okay, so we're going to do a move and attack. So move and attack. And she has a wild from the previous. Okay. So she can do a move. And then wild from the previous. Do another move. Attack. And then she's going to use... Oh, I'm going with that. Okay, and then she's going to use... what's she going to use? A little bit of an attack. I'm just thinking, does she use the extra wild that she's got? Yes, we will. We'll use the extra wild because we've got it to clear one of those thugs. So we're making very good progress on those thugs. And there are enough thugs out now to clear this mission. And we need to clear 2 more threats. So, talking of which, let's go over to Shuri. Heroic feat. Oh, end of her turn, sorry. For Queens, Electra drew an extra card. So she gained her health back. Right, Shuri. A single heroic feat. Okay. Oh, they are what they are, folks. Okay. So she's got a move, an attack, and a heroic feat. So she'll put out a heroic feat in that location. She'll attack a thug. And I don't think she's going to bother move. She'll stay where she is. We'll hold on to the move. Okay. And then we're back to Elektra, who's now fully recovered and healed. Double attack. Okay. But no move. Got it. No movement. Not great. Oh. Could have really done with that double attack. Mind you, that would have put him under pressure. Okay. Therefore, okay, to minimise the effect then, we're going to go with a single wild, and she's going to use the single wild to move, and then the heroic feat to start off this second recharge. We'll see how this fares. Okay, villain's action. He's going to, okay, let's have a look. He's going to move 3. Why it's focusing issues. Okay, going to move 3 and then dematerialize. Electro can't take any damage until each hero has played a card in the storyline after this master card. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. That actually gives us a bit of breathing space. So we'll quite happily take that. 1, 2, 3. Better to come out now than later on. Okay, so we are back to Shuri. That may have given us a bit of the space that we need. Ooh. Okay. Right, because I've got a spare Young Genius, I'm going to play Young Genius. It's got a wild. Oh no, that's yeah, that's no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So we're going to play the heroic feat and attack, and we've got a wild from the last turn. So the wild and heroic feat will be used to clear the other recharge. That is our third of 4 threats cleared. Okay, at the end of the turn we can reveal the master plan card. So let's have a look. So he's going to stay where he is, no BAM, and he's going to put out 6 tokens, 2 in each. That's fine. We can leave that there. That's fine. That's not going to cause overflow issues. So that almost kind of gives us another round of breathing space with that. So that's fine. So we are back to Elektra. Okay, now she's got a heroic feat and an attack. Oh, I should have thought of that. Never mind. Okay, that's fine. Just slightly slowed down the progress. Oh, and do I want to do this? This is going to put him under pressure, which means he will now go. No, that's fine. Okay, we'll stick with that. Okay, so we're going to do a triple attack and a heroic feat. So the heroic feat works towards clearing the last of the recharges, and the triple attack gives us that capacity that we need over at Midtown High School and does clear our mission. So that mission has now been cleared, and he is now under pressure. Okay, so it is back to the villain's turn, and we know what he's doing. He's going to stay where he is, and he's going to put out a thug and a civilian at each of the locations. So we know Oscorp Tower is at threat of overflow. That's potentially another crisis token coming out onto the board. But we have got capacity at all other locations presently, and he is now under pressure. So we are under pressure similarly. So we're back to Shuri. Double wild, love it. Okay, so that will enable her to do a move. Move and heroic feat, and then she's got a double wild and a storyline, which is not all that, but is what we're going to have to do, because at least that enables us to start attacking Electro. So she will do a move and a heroic feat to clear the final threat needed to complete our missions. Okay, and at the end of the turn may gain a heroic feat. Okay, we will gain a heroic feat for what it's worth. And now the reality is we're on a hunt, but we're nowhere near him, so we need him to move. So Elektra has got more attack. Good attack in each adjacent location. It adds an attack to the stack. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, and it could now be the movement that crimps us, but we'll see. So Elektra will do so she's got a double wild and an attack, so she'll use a wild to move to there. Do I want to use, am I risking the high voltage is the question. Go on, and we'll risk it. We'll do another wild to move to here, and then she's going to do an attack in each adjacent location, which clears a couple more thugs, and an attack in her location, which clears that thug as well. So at least we're reducing the risk of further overflow. It is back to Our villain, C, is going to move 2 and bam, and put out more thugs. So we'll start with move 2. 1 and 2 is going to bam, which will deal 1, 2, 3 points of damage, 2 points of damage to Elektra. Ouch. Okay, but she could take it, thankfully. That's fine. And he's going to put out a bunch of thugs, and we can cope with that, so that's fine. So we've got 1 thug at the Daily Bugle, sorry, 2 thugs at the Daily Bugle, so that's now at risk of overflow, and a thug each at Osborne Labs, risk of overflow, and Midtown High School. Okay, hopefully that's worked for us. We will now find out. Single move, single attack. So we're going to come down to the cards that we're drawing now, folks. Elektra is simply too far away. The issue to be of any genuine use. Okay, so Shuri has a move and attack. She'll give a wild token to Elektra, and she can draw a card. Attack. Okay. So she's got a wild and an attack. So she might as well use a move. So use the wild as a move, and then a first point of damage off of Electro, starting the attack. Okay, and then the heroic beat token we'll use to rescue a civilian at the Daily Bugle to try and reduce the overflow threat. Then we are back to Elektra, so she got to heal 1. So she got a move and an attack. The issue being she's currently 3 away, she's literally the other side of the city. So the move and attack gives her 2 moves. And with that wild, you could do another move and then attack. I'm just aware it really restricts where we are in terms of where. Oh, well, let's reveal. In fact, move 5. Oh, woo. Okay, I'm going to place it at the bottom and hope that next one is better. Because that would definitely cause a lot of overflow. I mean, am I bothered about overflow? I mean, it puts him next to us. I mean, in the event of overflow, I just put a crisis token down, right? But it means we put down 2 crisis tokens, which would leave us 2 locations without crisis tokens that for him to complete the game. But it would put him next to us, which would be easier to contend with. Oh, Blinkeneck. Just how much damage we're going to draw. Once he got 4 points left. But he would only have 3. Okay, let's, as they say, let's risk it for biscuit. Okay, so we're going to do a move and a wild. We're going to throw in the additional wild, and then we're going to hit Electro for 1 point. Okay, 3 points left. I mean, I could have taken a chance, but I'm not going to. Okay, it is Electro's turn, so Electro will move 5, which puts him back here, and he's going to bam, which does no damage because all the damage is over here, and he's going to put out overflow here, which is a crisis token. You could have put out a civilian, sorry, a thug and a civilian over here, which will also put out a crisis token. And a thug and a civilian. Boop. Over here. Go. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I hope. We'll find out. So back to Shuri. Oh, it's an attack. So she's got to move an attack, which can be a double attack. Oh, we might be able to do this, folks. Move a double attack. So Shuri will move and double attack. Oh. What's she got left? Oh, she's got 2 hit points left. 2 hit points left. Did I not take the attack off? I thought I had. I thought I'd take the point off. Oh, you only had 1 point left. Okay, well, I'll tell you what then. To edge my bets, we're going to do a wild and give a wild token to Elektra. So she's going to do a move and double attack. Oh, Elektra gets to draw an extra card as well. Nice. And then using that wild, she can do her ninja training, which means you even need the extra. That's absolutely fine. She gets to, over in Osborne Labs, do a move and a triple attack to take out the last 2 points. That is Electro done. Wow. I wasn't sure, as you heard at the outset. Obviously, I don't look up what the villains are that I'm going to go against. Confession, I did have a look through his master plan deck, so I was aware there was going to be an element of putting out crisis tokens. And I'm fully aware, obviously, there are no locations in the Spider-Verse box set that deal with crisis tokens. Yeah, it gives you lots of other tokens, but there's nowhere to cope. Now, often when a villain card says it's going to give you crisis tokens, it will say, oh, you can use this or do something to get rid of crisis tokens. In this case, there was no option for that. It was literally, the villains board said, and this is how you add more crisis tokens. So, oh, thanks for that then. So yeah, and there was clearly no way in my character decks that I didn't look up to see if there was a requirement for additional, for the ability to get rid of crisis tokens, the ability to. So yeah, so no, we got away there. We did well. So yeah, so that's a challenge. I could definitely see Electro on challenge mode would definitely be very challenging. Yeah, those double wilds definitely had their place in the timeline, as you can see here. You know, fairly early on we got a double wild, later on we got a double wild, and that gave us that maneuverability and ability to obviously take care of what was happening out on the table, particularly trying to reduce the threat of the overflow. Definitely having the healing location definitely came into its own, and likewise being able to have a look at the master plan. What would his master plan card be otherwise? He'd have moved 2, so to move that bit further away made it that bit more difficult. We would have been able to, ending in that same turn, we would have been able to flip that and choose a net and potentially take the next one. Moves 4, just as bad. So yeah, moving 5 at least put him adjacent to us and secured the attack, which absolutely won us the game. So yes, very happy with that. Enjoyed that one. To be honest with you guys, it felt like quite a breath of fresh air after that Bullseye shenanigans, chasing him around Hell's Kitchen. So as always, thank you for joining. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit that like button. If you want to encourage me to keep making this content, please hit that subscribe. It really does encourage me. Otherwise, just say as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you back at the table soon. Ta-ta for now.